All right, I love this thing. There's a lot of content out for something new now, and so I really want to narrow this review guide down to specifically the way I'm using it, for the 2-tap or the cleanup. Now I should start with how I use hand cannons, since I know that is swaying my view of how to use something new. I use hand cannons like you would use a sidearm in any other video game. It's my backup to whatever my one-shot kill weapon is in the Crucible. My sniper, my fusion, shotgun, even the glaive. And that made Harmony rolling on this hand cannon really get my attention. Harmony's an incredible perk because it maintains that 20% damage buff that was lost on most of the buff changes this past season. Rift, Inertia Override, Firewalker, and Lumina all now buff only 15%, but Harmony has remained at 20%. This alone makes the perk interesting. Keep in mind you have 3 seconds to swap weapons and proc Harmony after a kill, and once you do swap you have 7 more seconds that Harmony stays active. That's almost 10 seconds total to find and eliminate your next enemy. Now add in the fact that we've got Harmony on a hand cannon that's doing 80 to the head already, and now with Harmony it'll do 96. Totaling 192 on the 2-tap. That's a 0.5 second time to kill up to 6 resilience. Now that's great, for real, by itself, that's amazing. You'll get a lot going for you just with that, and that's usually where videos kind of end with that perk combination. But, just like my glaive one-shot builds, I want to take this a step further. We want to maximize our chances of extremely fast success with this hand cannon. So here are the easiest buffs to add on top of that for all the classes. For Hunter, you've got it made. Simply dodge to get Radiant with Solar 3.0 and you've got the extra 10% damage buff on top of Harmony's 20%. This takes your damage up to 105 a headshot, 2-tapping any resilience level in PvP in 0.5 seconds. For Warlocks, you could Well or Lumina, but I like to take things on the go. So we're using the new Rain of Fire exotic boots to give us Radiant automatically on a fusion kill. This might be the best pairing I've ever seen in the game because as soon as you get a kill, you automatically have Radiant and Harmony when you swap weapons. You're ready to go and 2-tapping any resilience level just like the Hunter. For Titans, there are 2 really great options in my opinion. With Arc 3.0 coming up, we've got to be thinking about Inertia Override, which grants us 15% damage bonus for sliding over ammo pickups. And when do we have ammo pickups? After getting a kill, which means we probably have Harmony active as well. Inertia Override's 15% buff on top of Harmony's 20% buff brings us to 110.4 a shot. I know there's some specifics somewhere out there about how Destiny rounds, but on my screen this was showing at 111. Regardless, we're doing so much damage at this point, I don't think you have anything to worry about. So Inertia Override is a great option, but as I mentioned in my Glaive Walker guide, I am big into Path of Burning Steps right now. This Titan exotic gives you the same 15% damage buff with Firewalker ×1 when you get a solar kill, but you have that buff for 10 seconds instead of the 6 seconds from Inertia Override. I noticed that timing works really great with Harmony since you can swap weapons for Harmony and then have 7 seconds to go from there. It ends up being about the same amount of time for both damage perks and gives you the same 111 shot as Inertia, 2-tapping at any resilience. I'll give the disclaimer, Firewalker does not proc on every kill. It'll randomly proc somewhere in your first 3 kills, and very frequently that is the second. But that synergizes pretty well for me though, as my second kill is usually when I'm out of special ammo, and then I've got Harmony and Firewalker ready to go for the 2-tap. I like this a lot better than Inertia Override because I wasn't relying on ammo and the timing just worked out better. There are special use cases for every class too, like using the quick charge mod if you're on a shotgun or fusion to get charged with light on double kills. I always run this mod anyways for the handling, but I'm also frequently getting double kills with my fusion, running out of ammo, and then I'm charged with light and can swap to my hand cannon for the 15% damage buff from high energy fire on top of the 20% from Harmony, and I've got that 2-tap going just like any other of the builds we talked about. All these damage stacks also make something new a great cleanup gun. If you've got one of these 15% damage builds proc, you're doing not only 110.4 to the head, but also 69 to the body, which is a 3-tap body shot at any resilience. Even with just Radiant and Harmony, you're still 3-tap body shotting up to 9 resil. None of this is a great time to kill value, of course, but sometimes things just get messy, and the Something New hand cannon is there for you. I would also like to be there for you, so feel free to give me a shout on Twitter if you have any questions. I love talking Destiny. Here on YouTube, I just finished my one-shot glaive series on Lubre's Ruin, and we're diving deep into weapon reviews, guides, and helpful things like how to fight against glaives coming soon. I think there might be a meta change coming, and I'd love for you to stay subbed to the channel to prepare. Thanks for joining me on this one. Until next time, GG.